Good afternoon.
Hello, how are you?
Good, and you, Delon? How are you doing?
Good, good. Hi, everyone.
Good. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Ken. Hi,
Haven't seen me
Marita.
yet.
No, I can see your picture. That's on you.
Why my video work? Oh, there it is. There we go.
That's nice. Okay. Hello, Ken. Hi, Etsy. And Basani. And Kiabetswe. Hi, everyone.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
So we've got our beautiful bright yellow banners in the background now. This is the conference banner.
Oh dear, I'm a little bit behind the schedule here then.
You're going to have to get the yellow going there, Ken.
We're just waiting for Claire to join, and then we will be getting started.
Yeah, we had about 47 people registered for this event today, so hopefully we see a few
I was
more
going
people.
to say there seemed to be a minimum number of people that have arrived. But we might have seen more.
I'm
I
not
think
sure. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not
What's it,
sure
Marie?
my camera is not working.
Have you got that little switch at the top? You got to slide it across. I did that the other day. You know, the laptops now have got the little slide thing there at the top. So if you slide it to the left, it'll actually.
Maybe you've got one of these things.
Yeah, that one actually that covers it.
I've done that one, thank you. I'm trying to. Where do you slide it?
So there is a little slide thing at the top. So if you slide it to the left, it usually opens it. So just see.
Yeah, it's
see
only on some computers I've got that.
Yeah, no. So I was so excited to get my little SAPICS dude at conference last year, and then I realized my laptop actually has got one of those. So that was quite funny.
I think we should let's let the people in. Con, hello everybody.
Hi,
Hi.
Claire.
So we
They're
did.
all in, Marie? They're coming
Yeah,
in.
everyone that was in the waiting room. I wonder if it's the Zoom link, because that could be the.
Oh, it seemed to work well.
Yeah, it worked very well. It just my computer is just playing up. It's very slow, so I'm on my iPad, but I'll connect just now. But so sorry, I don't have a SAPICS background, which is very disappointing because it is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's very yellow. Okay. Now I'm just wondering if the Zoom link, the Zoom link was sent out today. Maybe people.
It was sent out on Monday. It was sent out on Monday and today. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hi, Jen. I'll see you in the room.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, Nazipa. I can see you. Hello. Nice to see you.
Con, did you get them?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody. I can't see everybody who's in the room. Apologies, because I've got on my iPad. Hi, everyone. Sorry for the little bit of delay.
No problem.
Who have we got in the room, Bev?
So we've got top of the pops here. We've got Mr. Titmus. Ken's here. Marita's here. We've said hi to Jen. Delon Jacob is here. Kia Betswe is here. Atty Gibson is here. Basani is here. Mazipo. And Jonathan Ellsworth. Justin Morgan. Is it Justine?
Great. Justine.
Justine, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. So we've got a couple of new members and a couple of long-standing members, which is exciting.
Very exciting.
And anybody else wanting to come in? Oh, good.
Yeah,
Connor,
you're
you
right.
get first tonight?
Yes, yeah. I just need to-
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, I think let's start. I'm going to also join on my iPad because yes, we have the just wanted to welcome everybody on behalf of SAPICS. Unfortunately, our board of directors who are in charge of the membership pillar, Salepe from BP, is busy this afternoon, so he can't welcome you formally on behalf of the board. So you get me, Claire Fincham, marketing manager, and I also introduce Bev, who is our administration manager, and Connor Fincham, who is our digital marketing and event consultant, and we will be looking after you this afternoon. I think if we can go into the first slide, please, Con.
And let me see that.
Thank you. This is a very interactive session, so please feel free to put up your hand and let me know what, if you have any questions, or let Bev know, and we will happily answer. It's not a formal presentation by any stretch of the imagination, and it's more just we try to do this twice a year to give you, our precious members who we love and cherish, a little bit of an update of what's happening in the organization for the next couple of months ahead, and to just hear from you about what you are looking for in terms of your membership. And we really appreciate your feedback in terms of what you're looking for as being part of this association. So I am going to just switch over quickly, if you don't mind. Sorry, it's very rude. I'm going to just turn off that video. Right. As you all know, SAPICS is a membership association for people who are involved in supply chain operations, logistics, management, and all that entails across Africa. Our mission is to elevate, educate, and empower the community. And we do this by our membership benefits, our conferences, our events, and our amazing education program. Thanks, Con. So we're going to just talk briefly now about, I'm going to hand over to Connor, and he's going to talk to you about the membership platform and what we have, what we've done over the last 6 months since we invested in this membership platform for our members. And just from our side, from the back end, we have been delighted with this this investment. It's really made our lives easier. We find it much easier to communicate with members, and we're feeling that members are also enjoying this platform. And really, I hope that you are. And if you have any feedback or you're not sure of anything, then feel free to reach out to us at any time, either in this call or on email. We absolutely will help you. We do it as fast as we possibly can. I'm going to touch on the events after that and the 46th annual conference, and then Bev will take over and give you some update on our Knowledge Junction update and our education offerings that are happening in the next while. Any questions now? Okay, great. Well, over to you, Con.
See my screen? Okay. Let me start there. So this is the member side of GlueUp, and this is what we as much as it helps us run the admin side, it gives a lot of value to the members on what they can do and how they can interact with each other. You can access this from the homepage of the website. If you go on to sapics.org.za, log in the top corner, there'll be a My Profile button. If you select that, you'll end up on this page. This page allows you to manage your membership, engage with other members, see our events, and see this feed that we have. So some information we put on here that doesn't go out to social media, it doesn't get sent on a mailer. It's those sort of member specific resources that we're trying to get more to you, and not share with everyone else. One of the nice things we've created since the last membership session is groups. So let's hope this loads. We've created different groups and communities. So we encourage you to join the community depending on which region you're in. It's very simple. You just click on the group and then there will be a join button up at the top here. You can always see these groups, and we suggest sharing information, articles, different things that you've come across on LinkedIn or newsletters you subscribe to, but just sharing different things like that. So if you see something that's happened in KZN or something that's happened in Western Cape that you think would be relevant to the other members, it helps our community work together to get that information across to specific regions. We also have an education group. This is just to find where courses are happening and what's happening with supply chain education, what SAPICS is up to, and our AEPs. We also have the demand-driven community where you can share resources on anything relating to that topic, as well as women in supply chain. So we want to get these groups going, flowing with lots of different information shared by the members. So it's not just us putting information onto everyone. We want to form some collaboration using these groups. Now that you've joined the groups and you're sending lots of posts and getting lots of likes and comments, you probably want to know how to turn off the notifications. So in the top right-hand corner, you can just go to settings, and this will allow you to determine where you get your notifications. So on the left-hand side over here is the notification settings, and you can turn on email notifications and notification center ones, so on or off. So we encourage you to look at this if you feel like you're getting a lot of emails from us. Most of them are probably coming from the GlueUp system. So you can rather just get those in your little notification center up here or on the app, rather than an email for specific things. So it's quite a nice place to manage those and reduce your spam coming from the system. The settings page also allows you to update your profile. So this is, you can update it with LinkedIn, and then if your job position changes on LinkedIn or your name or something like that, it will update it for you. But if you don't want to, you can just populate these fields. We encourage you to keep this as updated as possible. If we're printing name tags for site visits or we're sending out information, an email will say, "Dear, this information is what we have for you." So the more you keep it up to date, the better your communication with SAPICS is going to be. For example, email addresses and things like that. Then on the home page, you'll see your active membership. It reminds you of when it's going to expire, and you can then view your details and renew your membership when it comes time. So that's sort of it for this section. I just wanted to show you one other thing. When you register for an event, you get this confirmation at the end. This is what the My Glue app looks like. It essentially brings that dashboard onto your smartphone. So I encourage you to download the app. It allows you to register for events, interact with members, get push notifications on your phone so you don't have to get the emails, and those kind of things.
It's very convenient when you have load shedding and your computer isn't working, you can do it all on your phone.
Yes. So if anyone has any questions, now or at any time, just feel free to send us an email and we'll happily walk you through any processes that you're not sure about.
Connor, is there any restriction on the number of posts one makes on those communities?
So we encourage everyone to sort of be conscious about what they are sharing. Our AEPs and our corporate members do have restrictions just so they're not pushing a lot of selling. But if you've got articles about it and thought leadership and sort of content that the community is going to find valuable, then we do encourage you to share it. But we don't want 3-4 posts a day kind of thing, maybe 1 or 2 a week, depending on what it is.
Okay, thanks.
Also, when it's time for your membership to be renewed, the GlueUp system does send you an email, I think it's a month before, and then a week before. And then there is a little bit of a grace period, so you will get emails, and don't be assuming that your membership is paid up. So it is a good idea if you could just actually just attend to your membership renewal then, and it is easy to do it either via EFT or on our pay gauge system. We are seeing more and more people paying us via the card system, which does make it easier, and but obviously through organizations that is a little bit more tricky. You also, if you check into an event, it does, and we will also check you in as well. It does then record that you've attended the event, which does make it easier for you when you're doing your maintenance points for your APICS certifications and your ISCA certifications and DDI certifications, that you can then just, it pulls up a report of what you've attended, and that makes your maintenance of your points a lot easier. Was there anything else there that you wanted to add?
Everything from my side is good.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we encourage you to use our system, and as we say, it has definitely helped us with keeping an eye on our membership and tracking and seeing how quickly people are renewing, and where there's some areas that we as the team have to address. We have our members directory on here that Connor's showing you. Those are our corporate members. We really do love our corporate members and very grateful to them for their support. And the individual members are loaded under each corporate member, so they are then get all the benefits of belonging to SAPICS. Yes, Basani.
Quick one. So the groups that we've got here, do they have leaders, or these are just free-flowing groups just to support conversations? And
So
okay.
they flowing group.
okay.
So they're free flowing groups at the moment. I do keep an eye on what's getting posted and sort of moderate them. But once we sort of get a flow of information going, we'll look at putting specific people to those groups if it needs it.
Okay. All right. Because I think that's, yeah, it's important. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it is important. You're right. Ken is a very good, he drives our demand-driven community and puts up very interesting information. So, and we know and trust him well. And yes, so if you have any, as Connor mentioned, any articles that you come across or you see in something that you may be reading on LinkedIn, please pop it into the groups, because we really do want to grow this as well. We currently have just under 1,000 members, so we've only got a third of the members who have checked in to GlueUp, but that apparently is ahead of global norms. So we do try and encourage people that, you know, for example, when you register for an event, you have to activate your membership. So we're trying to have as many events as we can and workshops, education workshops to encourage that. So anybody in your teams who maybe hasn't done it, we would also ask you to encourage them.
Claire, anybody can really request a new group. Is that right?
Yes,
If they
yes.
think it's important. So I think it's
Yes,
important
good
to let
point.
members know that if they want to create a group or start a group, talk to you or Connor.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you, Ken. Absolutely. Some interesting information, if it's sales and operations planning or reverse logistics that you're interested in and you want to form a community, please just reach out to us and we will set it up for you. If it's appropriate to supply chain management ops. Great. Thank you. Any other questions on ClueUp? Right, let's go on to the events then, please. So we try to make sure that we've covered all our different membership groups when we're planning our events for the year, and mindful of all the different sections and all the different learnings and disciplines within supply chain operations management and all that entails. We do try our best to cover all different areas. So with that in mind, and SAPICS's support of growing the young professionals and student body to assist them with their learnings and their community and network building and job security, we are holding a conference next Thursday for the afternoon into the evening. And we have quite an interesting program. Anybody is welcome, obviously. Have a look at it on our website. And you will have received it on email this week as well. We've got just over 100 people registered. So pleased for that. And thank you to DP World and Mancosa for their sponsorship of the event. And obviously to our speakers. And then we have some of our SAPICS mentors who are coming onto the call at the end, and we'll break out into Zoom rooms and they can chat with the various mentors and hopefully encourage further relationships. So we're excited about that event next week. Then we're hosting with IBF the Certified Professional Forecaster Workshop. It's our annual workshop that we do. Liesl Smith is facilitating it. Currently we've got 6 people registered and there is a room for a few more. So if anyone in your team is looking at forecasting, this is the workshop for you. It's online for 4 half days. 5 half days, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4. Great. You can always reach out to Bev. I'll put her email address in the chat if you would like to book or get some more information on that.
Sorry, Claire, just one comment on that CPF is that you've got the option to only attend it and then also to attend it for exam purposes. Because people are always, discouraged if they look at the price.
Yes, it does include the price of the exam. If that's correct, isn't it?
No, it's a separate item. So the workshop, the standalone workshop is for people who just want to get information on CPF. But you can then go on to do the certification exam, which if you pass would then give you the certification. So as Marita said, it's kind of twofold. You can attend the workshop and just leave it at that, or you can attend the workshop and go on to do the exam.
Thanks, Jen.
Yeah, thanks,
She's
Jen.
reminding us it's a preparation workshop.
Yeah.
Thank you. So in 2020, during COVID times, Smart Procurement, one of our affiliates, and SAPICS, headed by Debbie and Jenny, came up with this. Oh, God, we lost the picture. Came up with the idea of starting a online conference for the continent called Africa Supply Chain in Action. Con, are you putting up the slides again, or is it my view? Sorry.
I think Con's actually fallen off, so just give him a few.
Sorry
minutes
about that. Okay, that's okay.
Oh, there he comes. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Fun and games, isn't it? We always think that that it's going to be easy doing things digitally, but sometimes it isn't. So ASCA, which is the Africa Supply Chain in Action, is going to be held online on the 13th of March. The program is amazing. There's a lot of different speakers on different topics, and there are over 1,400 delegates registered so far, and it's free. So if you have some time during that day, please register. The link is on our website, and you can encourage some of your team or your colleagues who you know are working in Africa. It's a great networking exercise. It also involves Made in Africa, which focuses on organizations who have businesses that are looking for work within the continent. So if you're looking for some suppliers on the continent, this is also the place to be. So we're very proud co-hosts of this event. One of our corporate members, Village Reach, is holding an event called Building Health Supply Chains for the Future and Opportunities for the Private Sector. So this is very useful as well for our members, and I encourage you to attend that. It's an online webinar on the 14th of March. We're also waiting for a date from SAB for a site visit in Johannesburg for March, so look out for that as well. That's for members only, and that'll be very interesting as always. We haven't been to SAB for about 5 years, so we're due for another visit. We thought this year that we would host an event, a webinar, just to give information to our community about what the 46th annual conference actually entails. So we're having an info fest and really giving reasons about why you should attend the conference, how it's going to look, what the program will be looking like, the outline, some information on site visits and workshops that have already been finalized. The speaker program will be the program will be sort of circulated within the next few weeks. So we will be talking about what will be included in that. So if you are interested, or you're on the fence about trying to decide whether you should attend the conference or whether you need some more ammunition to go to the powers that be that would sign off your attendance, this is a quick 1-hour event to attend to see how it all works. Thanks, Con. On the 4th of April, we have a site visit with Redefine, another one of our corporate members in Durban. That we're going to be having it in one of their warehousing facilities, but they're going to be talking about sustainability and green elements within warehousing and in commercial properties. So that'll be a very interesting event for any of your colleagues who are based in that area. Please encourage them to attend that, and the mailing will go out for that during March. In April, we have our Train the Trainer. Bev has a lot of people who would like to do this course, and we are just waiting on ASCM for some information before we finalize the date. But I'm going to quickly hand over to Ken, who can give you a little bit of information about why you should attend this course and how useful it can be.
Yeah, thanks, Claire. Before I start that, I've got a Damien Shipping visit in Cape Town in my diary. Did that not come off?
I'm still waiting to hear from them. It was due for the 28th of February, but they haven't finalized that yet. They are building a new ship. They're building a new ship, and it's in dry dock, and they're worried that it's not going to be done in order to get the ship out so that we can come in.
Well, I guess that's what they do. They make ships, don't they?
That's what they do. They can't hold their whole shipbuilding thing just from a SAPICS site visit.
Yeah, and they're a bit difficult to hold in stock as well. Anyway, all right, Train the Trainer. Yeah, to me, this is one of the most exciting courses that I've run, and I've been running it, I don't know, for 25 years. It is basically SAPICS or ACM's Train the Trainer. It's not significantly attached to any of the SAPICS certification programs like CPM or CSCP. It is purely a presentation skills two-day course. The idea being that if you have a certification with SAPICS, your CPIM, CSCP, CLTD, etc., you can then go and take this Train the Trainer and then become an instructor. And that's basically what I did, I don't know, 35 years ago or something. And so it's not only attached to the certification programs, it is a presentation skills course. So to my mind, this is something that they should give every school child. Because at some time in our life, we're going to have to stand up and talk to a group of people. Maybe it's 2 or 3 people in a management meeting. Maybe it's hundreds of people in a conference. And I think one of the things that people find very scary is standing up in front of a group of people and talking. And I think I was like that way back when I left school. I never imagined I'd be doing what I do today. My big fear is that not to get up and talk, but I'm worried that somebody one day won't ask me to stand up and talk. So the Train the Trainer it's a great 2-day course. We give you some, initially it was all face-to-face, but of course since COVID, we've modified it slightly. That can be run online as well. And as Claire said, we're just waiting for SAPICS to give us the latest updated version, which is sort of like imminent at this moment in time. So once we know we've got the latest course material, we can then program the course. But I would say, even if you don't want to become an SAPICS instructor, come on the course, because it gives you presentation skills. And it has been updated because a lot of our presentations today are done online. So we've put some of those aspects into the course as well. During the course, you've got to do 2 presentations, a 5-minute presentation and a 10-minute presentation. And it's always great fun because we want people to come along and give us a presentation, not about something to do with supply chain, you know, anything that you're interested in. We've had some really interesting 5-minute and 10-minute presentations over the years. So it is really a good fun course, and I would encourage everybody to take this, because at one time in your life, you're going to have to stand up and talk to some people. So
Thank you, Ken.
yeah,
Great.
and of course it
Well,
is
we look
limited.
forward
We can't take hundreds of people. So numbers are limited. So if you're really keen, I'd get your name through to Bev.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Claire.
Great. Thanks, Ken. Thanks for giving your input onto that. Great. So then we have, it's very important to have some governance, and we have the annual general meeting taking place on the 8th of May. There's an opportunity for you to serve your association, and perhaps consider standing as on the board of directors, and giving back to the association. It's actually a really fun project. You get to work with a fun job. You get to work with cool people like me and Bev, and there are different pillars and limited meetings, because we know that everybody's busy, and obviously it's a volunteer role. But I think our current board of directors are just so fabulous, and they really have helped us through our transition that we had last year. And so if that interests you, the notice will go out on the 8th of March for the AGM. In terms of events for the next while, we have the Demand Driven Institute workshop, and that is going to be also for 4 days. Ken is running that, and we encourage your attendance on that. So thank you, Ken. And information, it's already on the website, but feel free to have a look at that. And if you need any information or some more info on what the program and the content looks like, then just reach out to us.
Claire, I don't see it on the events page.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming because we need to get it's coming. It's coming.
Okay, it's going to be the Demand Driven Planner course.
Okay.
Okay, the Demand Driven Institute's got a lot of courses. They've got another 2 coming out this year. One, the Demand Driven Distribution where the first course is starting next week, and then they're going to have a whole course purely on materials requirements planning. So yeah, this is the Demand Driven Planner course.
Yeah. So that'll be on there soon, but you can mark that in your diary if that looks like it's interesting to you. And then we will send out the information after the CPF course. Great, and then that takes us into the annual conference. So this is being held at Century City from the 9th to the 12th of June in Cape Town. We have been quite overwhelmed by the amazing response already to this conference, and I can assure you it is going to be a really good one. I know we say that every year, but we are often astounded at the quality of speakers that are that send in their submissions, and the speaker committee did a very good job in selecting what we think and what they think is the best of the best. We're also very proud to have over 20 international speakers coming to the conference, and this really is it's really very appealing for our members and our community, because they don't have to pay to travel internationally to attend world-class conferences, and really a lot of highlighting of best practices, different elements, a new element of supply chain finance, big focus on public health, and obviously hoping for 800 delegates. So there's a lot of fun and a lot of networking and meeting new people whom you saw last year or you've seen at other SAPICS events. So we really, really encourage your attendance. And if you are looking to book a stand or have some kind of brand exposure at this event, you better get emailing me very quickly, because the stands are booking up. We've never had such enthusiasm. Well, we haven't for very many years for the exhibition. So it really is going to be a vibrant and happy affair. The theme is supply chain metamorphosis, and that talks to transition and growth and change, and all which is very important in our industry at this time in our country. So we look forward to seeing you all there. I'm going to hand over to Bev and Marietta to just take us through the end. But before we do that, don't forget to use your Proud SAPICS member banner. Please follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and it's not called Twitter anymore, is it? Is it still called Twitter? No. We need to change that. And if you can, if you're not already, there's a lot of interesting things that we put on here. And just as a treat to thank you for coming onto this call, we've given you 2 handouts, one from PPOSA, also one of our corporate members, and also our recent article that was written on e-commerce trends by our president. And I think you'll find those 2 articles quite interesting. So please feel free to download them and have a read, and just as a thank you for attending this session this afternoon. Over to you, Bev. Thank you.
Thanks, Claire. Thanks, Con. Can you move on? Okay, great. Okay, so part of what SAPICS does is the education part of things. It is a little bit confusing because I get a number of inquiries every day, and most important thing to know about SAPICS is we don't offer courses. We don't. So what SAPICS does do, we represent various international organizations. These organizations are very well known to the supply chain industry. And these organizations have various certifications which are really internationally recognized. So the types of associations that we are representing is the Association for Supply Chain Management, the Demand Driven Institute, which you heard about from Ken earlier, the Institute of Business Forecasting and Planning. That's the workshop that we are offering coming up in March. And then the International Supply Chain Education Alliance. So these associations allow us to actually offer certifications in South Africa, invoicing in rands. They're having people, get these international qualifications without having to purchase stuff in dollars online, that type of thing. So with the ASCM side of things, Association for Supply Chain Management, we've got various ways of doing the certifications. There's the self-study option, there's self-study with online tutoring, or a learner can attend classes either in person or online with our partners. The demand-driven and the IBF are usually workshops, and these are in preparation if a person wants to do a certification on their own. They study after the workshop and then they do the exams online. And then the latest, the ISCA, we've just offered the CSCA, which is the Certified Supply Chain Analyst workshop. The 7 people that were on that workshop are now going to be preparing to do their exam, and if they pass that exam, they earn the certification. ISCA, we've also started offering online, which has become, it's very popular. These guys can actually do, they download, it's like a learning portal that you go into, and you can watch video recordings of the various sessions. It's a self-study, so you do it in your own time. And as I said, very popular. The people have, we've had about 5 so far. Of the 5, 3 have done the exam and they've passed. It's been quite well received. So if you're interested in looking, finding out more about these various international organizations, we've got details on our website under the education tab. And important to note that as a member, if you wanted to do any of these workshops or online courses or self-study, you do qualify for a discounted price. So that's quite it's a good benefit, good price, good saving. All right, Con, next slide. Okay, and as I said in the beginning, we don't offer classes, but we have a network of very dedicated, very enthusiastic, authorized education partners who offer classes, who offer online tutoring. They are doing the courses that are known as the SAPICS courses, the PPIM, BSSC, and BMOM, which industry recognizes. So these aren't courses that SAPICS can sell to anybody. These are courses that you have to work through our partners to earn. You can do it with them. They do offer self-study or classes, various ways of doing it, and very popular. I have people, with certificates from courses going way back that, they're still applying for jobs and having to verify their certificate as genuine because they're needing it when they're entering the job market. So it's well received, and the industry does recognize these. The partners also offer the 4 APEX certifications. Yes, you heard right. There's 4. There's one additional one that's come in, certified in transformation of the supply chains. Quite a high level certification by all means. I know of one of the partners who is waiting for results. They did the exam in November last year. It is available at the moment as a self-study course, and hopefully we'll be able to offer it as a class option for learners going forward this year in South Africa. There's quite a demand for these instructors. I think a lot of the instructors that we have in the pool at the moment we're just not wanting to do another exam. It was a case of no, not yet. So we'll see who gets the results on the 20th of March when they're available. And then hopefully, as I say, we can get some classes going in South Africa for our learners here that are interested in it. So if any of the courses that we do offer are of interest to you, you can complete an inquiry form also found on our education page. The forms come through to me, and I will, based on what is required, either send it on to the partners for them to get back to you with information, or try and assist you, with whatever it is that you're needing information-wise. So that's kind of SAPICS education in a nutshell. And that now leads me into introducing one of our partners, Marita Glas Consulting and Training. Marita Glas is the owner of that company. Marita and I have been, we've known each other since I started with SAPICS back in 2009. She's a very dedicated, very enthusiastic, very motivated person. She brings a lot to her students. She's very caring, very nurturing of them, and then she doesn't take nonsense either. Marita's taken the elite AEP membership this year through SAPICS, and we wanted to give her an opportunity today to just give you a little bit of information about her company and what she does and what she offers. So thanks, and over to you, Marita.
Thanks, Claire, Beverly, SAPICS, for the opportunity to introduce myself and my company at this session. You can put up my slide, please. There you go. My name is Marita Glas, and I've been in supply chain for much more than 30 years in various companies, privately owned, parastatal, and most of the time in international corporate companies. And for the past 14 years, I went solo and decided, you know what, I want to do consulting and training on my own. So I'm extremely passionate, as Bev said, about supply chain, and cannot believe that everybody doesn't want to be in supply chain. I love the chaos, the challenges, the priority changes, which takes place all the time, each and every day. Now in supply chain, I know we've got all these acronyms and abbreviations and stuff, but I'm a certified in planning and inventory management. They've changed the name, so from planning to, from production to planning. Certified in planning and inventory management, certified professional forecaster, certified supply chain professional, certified supply chain analyst, certified international supply chain manager, and certified international professional negotiator. You can carry on. Now, what do? We do consulting, and the sole purpose is always to optimize supply chains, because people often do not understand the effect of changes which what they are doing on other disciplines. And companies make various changes on a regular basis in all disciplines of the supply chain environment, and this often results in the entire supply chain not performing to the expectations and not meeting the KPIs. We analyze these areas and the influences which causes malfunctioning within the supply chain. Measurements could be put in place to guarantee improvement and to ensure that these improvements are sustainable. Then also, this actually shouldn't have been training. I should have replaced this with affiliation. I'm an authorized education provider for SAPICS, as Beverly mentioned, and then also listed as a master instructor at APICS and ASCM in the USA. I'm also instructor for International Purchasing and Supply Chain Management Institute, also USA. Instructor of the International Supply Chain Education Alliance, USA, and registered as an assessor and moderator at Merceta. So our services are actually result-driven and relevant to today's supply chain challenges. So although I am the sole owner of Marita Glas Consulting, which is a closed corporation, I often work with other professionals as well and specialists when needed to get the job done, and they also get me to assist with some of their projects. Like just one example is that I've got a contract with one of the large hospital groups, and I use great facilitators in Cape Town, Durban, PE, and so forth. And I also only use practitioners, you know, people who's really been in the job that knows what the reality is, because often whatever you learn is a little bit divorced from the reality, how it works. So they've got practical experience. Page over. Looking at the SAPICS courses, as it was already mentioned, Basics of Stores and Stock Control is a great course, but I prefer always that people do this in a group, that the whole warehouse do the same course, because then they can actually get onto the same page, speak the same language, you know, understand, oh, we're trying to create flow, we're trying to reduce the movement, you know, what's the reason for the stock take, how do we find out what the reasons are for discrepancies, right? Look at your process rather. Also the basics of manufacturing and operations, BMOM, And principles of production and inventory management. I've really just got a nice feeling about this course, because it takes you through the entire supply chain and the influences from your demand side, like for instance, your marketing and new product introductions. What is the effect that it has on the supply chain, as well as we're looking at quality and some other stuff as well. You can, must I just say Connor? Right. Then also on the ASCM side, there's certificate programs like the warehousing, planning, procurement, technology certificates, and a new one which has been introduced now very lately was the resilience certificate. They've mentioned the certified supply chain analyst, and this CSCA workshop is an entry-level workshop specifically targeted at young professionals. So I would recommend this type of course for people who's entering into the supply chain. They might have been in other areas in a company, but want to get familiarize themselves with supply chain. Right? You can, Connor. Looking at the international certifications, we're offering the CPIM, and I've actually have a very, very high pass rate in the CPIM. It's actually just those who do not go and write that doesn't make it, but those that write actually makes it. Then also CLTD, which is more on the outbound side. Your CPIM is on your inbound side. Certified supply chain professional, which is the entire supply chain as well. And then also certified in transformation for supply chain, as Beverly mentioned, that has been introduced last year. Right. So I always say to have all these certifications and papers and titles are great, and it looks great on your CV. But what looks even better is how you applied your knowledge to make a difference in your environment. You know, how much money did you save? Which processes did you improve? And how much waste did you eliminate? Because that tells you, yes, you've truly learned something. So I always encourage them to come back with their success stories. And I get a huge lot of those type of success stories. Pass on, please. Sorry, I think you just missed one. Go up one, please. Looking at awards and achievements, at the SAPICS conference, we had the best exhibition stand a number of years ago, and at the Supply Chain Management Excellence Awards. My company got a second place in Education Organization of the Year. At the same Excellence Awards, there's also a Vocational Student of the Year. And this specific student actually was working in the construction industries, and they were paying millions of rands per month in penalties because they did not, make the due date. And after he implemented, and I assisted him in an Excel type of MRP, they actually started getting back incentives, millions of rands of incentives on a monthly basis. Right, great success stories. And also I had a number of finalists in this Vocational Student of the Year award as well. All right, so that's what we do. Any questions from your side?
Thanks, Marietta. Thanks for your ongoing support of SAPICS and encouraging people to join and be educated and to share their success stories. Any questions for Marietta on any of her courses, or any questions for Bev and I on SAPICS?
Sorry, if you just show the last slide, I can see my contact details.
Oh, sure. We are going to share the presentation with everybody.
Okay, so that you can contact me, and whichever questions you've got, we can answer it. All right.
Great.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Thank
Marietta.
you. Okay.
Thanks, everybody, for being with us. I did have a couple of questions, which I'll answer on email. Thank you for those. But anything else that anyone wants to chat about now? Thanks, Carol, for coming on. Sorry for the lateness of that. And nice to have Trackmatic on the call, one of our new corporate members, but they have been part of the SAPICS community for a long time, but now they've formalized their relationship. And Mike, ex-board member of SAPICS, thanks very much. And Kia, one of our ambassadors, it's great to have you all here, and it's nice to meet new members as well. So really happy to have spent the last hour with you, and you know, we happy to chat on WhatsApp or emails or phone call. You know, we are here to serve you, and we must make sure that we're doing everything that we can to make your experience with SAPICS as best it can be.
Super.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks so much. Apologies for being late.
No, that wasn't my fault. Sorry, Carol. Take good care, and stay cool if you're in the northern part of the country, and look forward to seeing you at our next events and at the workshops.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, Claire.
Thank you. Bye.
everyone.
Bye now.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Marietta. Thanks, Ken.